It's my very first seizure. I had a tonic-clonic when I was 9. My dad and my brother and I, we were actually watching a DUI incident. A drunk driver had gotten pulled over and they were going all through all the steps and just walked the straight line. And we were just a bunch of looky-loos. Um, but the strobe lights is what set it off. And my dad looked over and there I was, on the ground and not responsive. I had my second tonic-clonic 6 months later, and after having multiple seizures, I was given a diagnosis of epilepsy. Today, the seizures I have are tonic-clonics, but those have calmed down to kind of once or twice a year. But I do have daily seizures. I struggle with myoclonic jerks, absence seizures, drop seizures occasionally, and sometimes my seizures will cause me to they'll impact certain parts of my brain. So I may lose my vision, may lose my speech, I may lose the ability to move, stuff like that. Yeah, so I don't get the warning signs. Like I know some people do. Some people do get that aura. For me, I don't. What I do have a seizure alert dog though, Michelle. So I've had actually this is my second service dog, and my first service dog was a seizure response dog. So she helps me with the after part of the seizures. She could get my meds, she could get help, she could get the phone. But the dog I have now is a seizure alert dog. So he helps me with the before part of the seizure. And so they believe it's a scent that the dogs are responding to that we give off. And so the training that they go through, they take swabs of sweat after people have a seizure. They take swabs usually under the armpit, and that they'll let the dog smell it to help them get the identifier. And then once you're placed with your dog gets to know kind of your normal, your abnormal. So on your good days, your dog gets to know that. But then when you struggle, he, you know, he understands. He gets to know your smell. That smell that comes off when you have those seizures. And so as my dog and I have grown bonded together, we spend more time together. Um, he does come up in the mornings when I struggle more. He does go get my mom because he knows that I'm struggling. And he has alerted to my seizures before. So I don't get an aura, but I do have a little helper by my side to tell me. I can, I know when like I can differentiate headaches like between a seizure headache and a dehydration headache. So I know if I'm having like subclinical activity that may not be visible. Um, I can feel the twitches when I'm for my myoclonic jerks, but I don't get the warning. I've got the friend for that, the furry friend. During the seizures, if it's a drop seizure or a tonic-clonic, I'm out. Um, but if it's some of those small ones like the absences or the myoclonic jerks, I do know about those. The absences, I didn't know at first when I would be having them. My mom or my dad would tell me. So that was tough, because you would miss a lot of information, especially during those school years when they'd be giving pertinent information that could help you on your exams or something. That was difficult. Um, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten to know my body more. I've become more aware of those absence seizures when I'm having them. The myoclonic jerks, I've always been aware of those because you do feel that twitch in your face, or sometimes it's more of a larger jerk where your kind of whole head twitches, or maybe your arm twitches or something like that. So those I am aware of. like those drop ones in the tonic-clonic seizures, the headache, it is the headache from hell, I've got to say, Michelle. It can be more debilitating than the seizure itself, and I can be laid out on the couch or in bed for a week, up to a week afterwards. So one of the biggest things I hear with my mom and dad say, it's the helpless factor. Watching someone have a seizure, you can't do anything. You just can't. I mean, there's nothing to do. So you just have to sit there and watch it happen to your kid. And the word they throw around often is helpless. Um, even if it's not a big seizure, even if it's a, lots of little seizures that I'm struggling with during the day. Again, I'm stuck on the couch or in bed with a big headache with that there's no, you know, medication that can take away that pain. There's no like it's not Tylenol, Motrin leave. It's not that doesn't work. It's the worst headache. And again, they watch you maybe not have a seizure, but they watch you in just a lot of pain, helpless, not able to do anything about it. And so that's the word that often gets thrown around.